The first sign mentioned by God here is, Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ard. Verily in the creation of the skies and the earth, heavens and the earth. So this is the first sign. When you say heavens and the earth, which means everything above the skies, everything beneath the sky, everything above the earth, and everything below the earth, and oceans. If you see all these things, it's a very magnificent creation. And definitely when you look around and when you ponder over it, you will definitely understand that God is a great creator. And this is the first sign. And mentioning about the next sign, Allah Ta'ala says, وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ, and in the alternation of the night and the day. When you say night and day, it looks very simple, because when you are tired and go to sleep, and next day morning is the day, and whole day after working, when you take rest, night begins. It's so simple. But if you see the phenomena behind it, it's not very simple. Earth is revolving around the sun in its axis in a very disciplined manner. And all these natural laws are applied. And by this, day and night happens. And it happens in a very systematic manner. Sometimes day is longer, sometimes night is longer. And if you see, this is necessary for human life as well. If there is only day, then it is impossible for human beings and animals and plants to exist in this earth. Also, if there is only night, it is impossible for human beings to live, or animals to live, or plants to live in this earth. So it is so necessary and so beautiful and so astonishing creation of God and arrangements of God. So when you see the alternation of night and day, it is also biggest sign of God. And وَالْفُلْكِ الَّتِي تَجْرِي فِي الْبَحْرِ بِمَا يَنْفَعُ النَّاسِ, and the ships which is moving in oceans and which is benefiting people. Ships are creation of human beings. But ships cannot move without the laws of nature, without ocean, without water, without waves, without winds. You cannot think ships are moving in the oceans. And these huge ships with huge cargo, several hundred or 1,000 tons in it, moving in the ocean, is again a very astonishing thing. And Allah says that Bima Yamfa'un Nas, it is benefiting human beings. Without movement of the ships, you cannot imagine a peaceful human life in this world. For example, I am living in Kuwait. Here in Kuwait, 90% of the food is coming from other countries. From grains to rice to vegetables to livestock to mutton and chicken and everything. 90% of it is coming from other countries, from imports. Can you imagine a life here, peaceful life, without ships? Not only Kuwait, any part of the world. Without the movement of the cargo, life will become very difficult. And if you see in Google, the movement of ships, it is possible. There are some website which gives you how many ships are moving and what are the names of it and where it is moving. You can find it from internet. And when you see it, you will be astonished that thousands and thousands of ships are moving everywhere in the ocean from one country to other. So you can see how inevitable it is, how much is the need for it for the human beings. And if you see, it's all facilitated by God through natural laws. Otherwise, such a huge cargo and ship with such a big weight will definitely sink in the water. But it will not happen. It will peacefully sail from one country to the other, one part of the world to the other part of the world, peacefully through the natural laws. And you can see it is facilitated by the natural laws of God. And this is also biggest science for those who ponder over. وَمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِن مَّاءٍ فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. And the rain which Allah sends down, which God sends down from the skies, and which brings life to the earth after its lifelessness. And this is also a beautiful sign of God. And seasons in various parts of the world differ. For example, in India, there is summer season, there is winter season, there is rainy season. In summer, you can see in most part of the India, you will find that grasses are dried, and you will find yellow color grounds, all dry. Then comes monsoon, rain from skies, and suddenly you can see a lot of vegetations around. lot of green grass around, and lot of life around. You can see animals grazing again. You can see a lot of birds moving and making beautiful noises, beautiful sounds. Again, life is back. So this phenomenon of rain in a rainy season, and also seasons differ in every part of the world, this is again a great sign of God. When you see it rains, means there is a lot of phenomena behind it. The evaporation of water from the seas, and formation of clouds, and the rain. All this, there is the whole lot of phenomena, and it's God's arrangement. And this is also beautiful signs of God. وَبَثَّ فِيهِمَا مِن كُلِّ دَابَّةٍ. And there are a lot of creatures and animals, and spread of lot of animals and creatures on the earth. This is also signs of God. There are various kinds of animal in various parts of the world. For example, in desert there is camel. And if you see the creation of camel, it's also very astonishing, because it has a transparent eyelid, which is not there for any animals. Why transparent eyelid is required? Because camel has to survive in a stormy desert weather. And if you see other animals like tigers and other beasts, for example, it has very strong paws, and it has very strong muscles to run and to survive by attacking its prey. And there are elephants, huge creatures, and these elephants are not everywhere. Where there are more forests and there are more leaves and food available for it, it is there. You can see various kinds of animals around the globe, and its existence, and its survival, and its all arrangement for its survival. This is again a great sign of God. وَتَصْرِيفُ الرِّيَاحِ, and movement of winds. This is also, winds are moving, and we are not controlling the winds. And movements of winds is also necessary for human life. For example, for pollination process, we get our crop, we get our yield through the pollination process. And one of the means for pollination process are winds. Pollens are moved through the winds from one plant to the other, one area to the other, through the birds and through winds, and by which we are getting our crop, by which we are getting our yield. And this is also necessary for human life. This is also great sign of God. And وَالسَّحَابِ الْمُسَخَّرِ بَيْنَ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ, and clouds which is subservient between the skies and earth. When you are traveling in aeroplanes, you can see clouds are beneath you. So such a huge clouds, heavy clouds are suspended, and that subservient between the sky and earth. This is also beautiful arrangement and beautiful natural laws created by God. And all these are لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ. There are a lot of signs in it for those people who want to understand. For people of understanding, there are signs in it, by which what Allah Ta'ala or God emphasizes here is that you have to think about it. You have to understand, seeing all these signs of God in the universe, that God is existing. And there is a connectivity in it. You can see that in everything there is connectivity. If there are multiple gods, this connectivity and this beautiful consistency is definitely not possible. Quran emphasizes the same thing in another part of Quran. It says, مَا تَرَى فِي خَلْقِ الرَّحْمَنِ مِنْ تَفَاوُتٍ. You cannot see any kind of inconsistency in the creation of God. فَرْجِعِ الْبَصَرِ, turn your eyes. هَلْ تَرَى مِنْ فُتُورٍ. Do you see inconsistency in it? Do you see any kind of error in it? Nothing. Everything is very disciplined, and it's a beautiful creation. By mentioning these ayahs and signs, God again emphasizes that your God is only one, and He is supreme and powerful, and also He is gracious and merciful, and He is the only one who is worthy of worship. So turn towards nature and understand the signs of God, and understand God, and adhere to the teachings of God, and live like an adherent citizen or adherent human being on the earth.